It's going to be the Rams versus 49ers game preview. Yes, this is a huge game. The Rams have an opportunity to get into first place if they win and Seattle loses to be first place in the NFC West. We would be the only team above 500. Plus, if we do that, the Niners go on a 3-game losing streak that would be just very, very damaging to their record. So big game, big opportunity for the Rams. This is our last time playing the Niners in the regular season this year. Again, schedule makers, I wish you wouldn't have put them twice in the first 8 weeks, but c'est la vie. We got to move on with it. And I'm really curious to what Sean McVay does in this game to prepare the Rams to face the Niners. The main advantages that I see, the Rams have the edge getting healthy and coming off the bye week. The Niners, they're coming off of a big loss to the Chiefs. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But let me start by sharing my screen because sharing is caring, as I like to say. And we are going to bring up the game summary here from ESPN.com. I just like to take a look at these. So first, I'll point out here the matchup predictor. They're saying 53.1% of ESPN predictors are picking the Niners to win this game, even though it's in LA. You have the spread here. So the Niners are 1.5 favorites. Then the over/under is 43 on this game. We'll see. These teams have had sporadic scores. Sometimes it's higher scoring, sometimes it's lower scoring. We'll see how this game goes. Couple of notable injuries for the Niners is Greenlaw, their linebacker, is questionable. Their fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, is doubtful. And Arik Armstead, their defensive end, questionable. And Deebo Samuel, questionable. I am one of those people that until someone is officially announced out in the NFL, I expect them to play just because I feel like there's so many times we've seen NFL players be doubtful all week and then they play and sometimes they have a historic performance or something like that. So I'm not going to say that any of these key players for the Niners won't be playing. However, it is really important to note that if any one of these big name players for the Niners isn't playing, that's an advantage for the Rams. And you never wish injuries, but the reality that you have to pay attention to. For the Rams, Kobe Durant still on the injury report is questionable. I still think he's going to play, but we'll see. Kyren Williams is still on the injured reserve, but we do expect him to come out. Quentin Lake has been ruled out, but he did start practicing, and both Kyren Williams and Quentin Lake started practicing this week. Cam Akers, again, I love how it's doubtful, but we know it's not for injury, but it's for something else that we're not sure about. John Wolford, our backup quarterback, is questionable, so it might be Bryce Perkins backing up Stafford. So something to pay attention to for sure. But again, the Rams got healthy on this bye week. This was a team that needed the bye week to get healthy, and it came at the right time for the Rams. The 49ers are averaging 20.7 points a game. The Rams are averaging 17.3 a game. And then points allowed, Niners 19, Rams 21. So both defenses are kind of in a similar bat there, but and even offense is kind of a similar production, but hopefully the Rams can increase that number this week. Total yards, this is kind of where you see a big discrepancy here. The Niners are averaging 365.9 a game, the Rams 335.2. And those are just a couple of stats that we'll highlight going into this game. As you can see, as I mentioned before, the Rams are second in the NFC West and have an opportunity to, if they win this game, to go to 4-3, and Seattle loses to go to 4-4, and the Seahawks are playing the Giants. There's a chance the Rams will be in first place of the NFC West, and oh man, that would be awesome. So hopefully that happens. We'll see. And in terms of predictions for this game, I'm personally thinking my heart says Rams. That's what my heart says. I believe the Rams can win this game. I believe that they have the talent, and I know that everyone's telling me, all of the 49ers have the Rams number. I just can't buy that take every time. I can't. And I think one of these times it's got to be due. We know it happened in the playoffs. I believe the Rams can beat this Niners team. They're banged up. And the reality is they're coming off of a tough loss. And if the Rams could beat them, that would just put a huge dent into the Niners season. So I'm hoping that the Rams do it. One other screen share I want to do here, because sharing is caring, is 7 stats and facts to know about the Rams versus the 49ers. So again, this is about shout out Cameron De Silva. This article came out today. Wrote this on the Rams Wire. So I won't read the whole thing, but I love going through the kind of the headlines on these. Is the Rams are 0-7 versus the 49ers in the regular season since 2019, 10-3 versus the rest of the NFC West. So really the Niners have had the Rams number, but the Rams have had the rest of the division's number for the most part. The Rams defense ranks first in opponents' first down per game. After giving up just 8 first downs against the Panthers 2 weeks ago, the Rams are now allowing a league low 15.7 first downs per game. So again, this defense is showing up. And he's saying that the 49ers haven't been very good at picking up first downs on offense this season, ranking 21st in that category through 7 games. If we scroll down here through the advertisements, Rams have this. Rams have the second best red zone defense in the NFL. And again, I know everyone harps on the Rams defense being bend but don't break. The reality is we have a lot of opportunities to be a good red zone defense, and hopefully we can maybe force some more 3 and outs on this defense, and hopefully they stay fresh all game. Number 4, Jimmy Garoppolo has 3 more pass TDs than Matthew Stafford on 40 fewer attempts. This is more of a game script thing. That's the reality of the situation, sure. But I do believe, the Niners have faced some teams that maybe favored that a little bit more than the Rams have. 49ers have allowed 3rd fewest yards per game of any team. That's actually, something that, concerns you, especially for a Rams team that at times has struggled to move the ball this season. And so hopefully the Rams can come out of this bye week with a good game plan and execute it well. Matthew Stafford has 14 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions in his career versus the 49ers. And so speaking of Stafford, he actually hasn't played all that poorly against the Niners in his career. He's only 2-8 in games against the Niners dating back to his time in Detroit. But he has 14 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions with a passer rating of over 90. Yes. And then the 49ers are much more balanced on early downs. The Rams have a league low 114 rush attempts on first and second down this season. That's much less than the 186 passes they've thrown on early downs, and it's far less balanced than the 49ers have been on first down. So again, we'll talk more about that in another point about the early down situations of this team, but we definitely got to get these guys in 3rd and long, and hopefully the Rams can stay in 3rd and short. And so that we'll stop sharing that. But yeah, so that's going to be my Rams versus Niners preview. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think the Rams will finally be able to beat the Niners in the regular season? It's been so long, it feels like. And I'm optimistic that this is the one. This is the one.